Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So do you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
Okay. So today, inshallah, we will see some more very useful thing, which you will need almost in every application development. And the first thing that we will start with is the bottom navigation bar. I mentioned quickly in the previous class about it, but today, inshallah, we will see how to implement it. So this is what we did, the same code where we finished in the previous session. So in most of the applications, when you run it, you see that there is a bar at the bottom with some options, 3 options, 4, 5. Normally you don't see more than 5. 3 to 4 is more common, 4 is very common, 3 is also common. 5 you can also see sometimes, but more than 5 there is a space issues can happen, so they don't have. So that is called bottom navigation bar. Like for example, if you open Twitter, or like also even for example say Gmail. Yeah. Like Gmail has two. If you open the Gmail app, you can see a bottom navigation bar with two options. But in many other cases, like for example, if you open Play Store, you will see 3, and so on. If you go to Telegram, you don't have bottom navigation bar. Same maybe WhatsApp, there is no bottom navigation bar because WhatsApp uses what is called tab bar, not bottom navigation bar. There is another way of doing is by using tab bar. WhatsApp, the design of WhatsApp or Telegram. Uh, let me see the Telegram. No, Telegram doesn't use even tabs. But WhatsApp in Android is using tab bar view. They use tab navigation to go from chat to status to calls. But most of the applications, if you open, you will see that there is there is on the bottom, there is a bar with 3, 4, 5 options. So this is called, in Flutter we call it bottom navigation bar. It's a bar for navigation and it stays at the bottom. For wider screen, like if you are if you're developing for desktop, or if you are developing for web, then in the web actually we don't put bottom navigation bar because the screen can most of the time scrollable. So the options, they come either on the side or at the top. So if you want to bring options on the side, especially if you are working with suppose landscape mode. So if you go to landscape mode, so on the now you have wider width, the width is bigger, so you want to bring your options here on the left. Or if it is a big screen, if you are running for a web, then the options can come on the left because bottom can be scrollable, so you don't want to put it in the bottom. So for that case, there is another thing called navigation rails. That is for sidewise. From the side it will come, the options will come on the sidewise. But if you're developing for smartphone screen, then one of the very popular one is to bring an option bar here. So how to do it? It's very simple. Again, it's not difficult. If you bring your if you bring your cursor over the scaffold over the scaffold. Remember, we had this scaffold. We built this app which had an app bar. Then it had a body. It had a body. We defined these sort of meaningless, but a kind of interface. We made it, and we put a drawer. We put a drawer. We put a drawer in the design. Now, if you look at what others or what other things that the scaffold can take, you can see there is something called bottom navigation bar. As you can see here, it's called bottom navigation bar. So let's put a bottom navigation bar. Okay. So bottom navigation bar, it takes a widget. It takes a widget. Let's try to give him a, because it takes a widget, everything is widget. So I can give him a text. So you can see here, it came at the bottom. It came at the bottom, but because of the screen edges, you cannot see it. So we can put it inside a safe area. So now it went little up, so you can see the whole thing. You can put it in the middle by using center. Oh, it made the whole thing in the middle. So we'll try to say align. Text align, sorry. So we put something at the bottom navigation bar. So something came here at the bottom, but it's not useful. It's just a text. So we want options like icons, and with options, and that can be clickable. That is clickable. Okay. So it's not good. So let's remove it. Let's remove it. And suppose we call a function get navigation bar. So let's make a here navigation bar. So we'll write a function that will return a navigation bar to the app. Currently, if you run it, it does nothing because we are not sending anything back. Okay. So it's empty. Now, how can we show a bar? Again, it is so common. So Flutter already created a class called bottom navigation bar. So we will return a bottom navigation bar. So Flutter already has in the package of Flutter itself. So part of the material design is a bottom navigation bar. It's already there. There is a class for this. So you just call him and give him the items. So you have to tell him what items you need. So items, this is the required. So you have to tell him the items. So what is the item? As you can see, Item is a list of bottom navigation bar item. It's a list of bottom navigation bar item. So you have to give him a list, an array of what type? Bottom navigation bar item. So we will give him bottom navigation bar item. Okay. So we are going to give him a list. Remember, the list is given in square brackets, and of type is bottom navigation bar item. It's empty, so we have to give. So again, how can we get bottom navigation bar item? There is a class for this again. Bottom navigation bar item class for this. So what information you can give him? You have to give him, there is a required means you must give him this value. You can tell him the icon. You must give him an icon. You can give him also a label, optional label, like this is home, this is account, this is settings. You can give him the color. Tooltip is if you move the mouse over it in a desktop setting, it will show you the like some message, but it's not applicable for, it's not like you cannot see the tooltip in mobile phone, because mobile phone there is no mouse, but required is the icon. So how to give him icon? There is an icon class which takes icons dot, for example, home. Now let's run it. Okay. Oh, so we didn't give him what to say, current index 0. Okay. So this is items, current index 0, and we need to give him on tap. We can give him on tap later on. Okay, icon size. Oh, sorry. This one is default. We need to give him another one. So we say, so settings. So we get some errors. Okay, it's asking for labels. So label is home, and this label is settings. Okay, now we get great. As you can see here at the bottom, now we have a bottom navigation bar. We didn't select the color and other things, that's why it's same color as the default one, but you can see here it's clickable. The items are clickable. You can see there is a splash. There is a splash when you click, because we are not handling the click.
So what happens if you put settings before home?
No problem. It will come before.
The order on the on the app will not change, or
Yeah,
they
no,
did?
it will change. Yeah, see here now settings are settings is at the
Yes,
top
yes,
at
yes,
the
yes.
beginning.
Yes,
The
yes.
order, it will take the order of the list.
Yes, yes.
So order of the list, the way you write it, the way it will appear. But if you change the language to Arabic, it will come from right to left. So home will come here,
Ah,
settings will go there. So it
yes,
will
yes.
become right to left. This is because we are in English, so it's from left to right.
I see.
So let's add another one. Suppose we have home, we have suppose icons.cart. Is there a cart? Shopping cart, shopping cart. Yes, there is shopping cart. Cart. Okay, great. So we have three. So do I have like account? We have account. Yes, account. Okay. So it looks like a business app. So we have home, your cart, account. You can add more. 4 is common. 3, 4, 5, 5 up to 5 is okay. Because if you add more, suppose if we copy, see it's what happened.
So let's say I made an app with a account and a credit card with the payment online.
Yes.
How would the app be secured, or for encryption or privacy?
Oh, okay. So you want the payment, right?
Yes.
So the payment by default, there is Flutter doesn't have the option for payment. There are packages. Like remember, we said there are packages for payment, like
Yes.
pav.dev. You need to go pav.dev, or you can search in Google, no problem. Like Google payment. So Flutter, Google Pay. There is Google Pay. There is cloud payment. There is Stripe payment. Stripe payment. Stripe is one of the popular payment. Like
So is this secured?
yeah, they use they will the package. You have to read packages. Like are they making security? Actually, there are a lot of steps. It's not like a function call. Like there are already applications with payment. So
I'm just asking because how do I make my app for security enabled system?
like
Like
you want security based on what? Do you want
for
to
for example, cyber attacks.
oh, okay. This is okay. So if you think about how people are downloading apps, they are downloading from where? From Google Play Store, right?
Yes.
Google Play Store will they have taken the responsibility to prevent cyber attack, so that your app is always downloadable. This is one thing. The another thing is, like, if someone, suppose your app is already running on the phone and people are trying to attack it. So if you say this thing, if you okay, so the question is how they're going to attack. They are going they have to attack actually the phone itself, right? The phone itself. So the security system of iOS or Android will be responsible for preventing the attack. Now, if you say that okay, I have a malicious software already installed in the phone and I have my app, how to prevent my app? So in these are like depends on which services you are giving. Suppose you are handling, for example, user and password account creation. So there are standard procedure using HTTPS, which are already secured. So you will use those services using Firebase or maybe other third-party secured communication using HTTPS. So all the communication will be encrypted. Who will encrypt it? Who will give the encryption capability? The operating system. It's not your responsibility. It's the responsibility of the operating system, either Android or iOS, to provide you the HTTPS service for communication over the online, so that the communication is secured. So the security mainly comes from the operating system. But if there is a need for HTTPS, but you are using HTTP, then it's your responsibility, the responsibility of the programmer, that instead of using HTTPS, he sent the username and password as a plain text. So anyone can hack it. Anyone can put a Wi-Fi receiver and get the packets, and he can get the username password.
Okay.
So this is how it works. In any case, you need to read through these package descriptions and see how internally they are communicating. Are they securely communicating or no? So if a package is coming from Flutter, so for example, this one we don't know who published it, so it's you should be careful about, you should see who published it. So it's an unverified uploader, so better not to use it, and it's 3 years ago, so don't use it. So better search Google.
Okay, but let's say I didn't publish my app directly from the App Store. Let's say I published it as an APK file.
Yes.
How would that be different from publishing it from Google Play or?
Okay, the thing is, if you publish from Google, one thing is they sign it for you. They digitally sign the APK or app bundle for you, and same for iOS. So if you release your app from through the Google or through Apple App Store, they will digitally sign for you. So if you go to the need for digital signature, so it's the topic of computer security. So why we need digital signature? The digital signature is needed for legal purpose. So for example, if you upload an APK and people download it and they get problem because of your APK, like there were like data deletion in their machine, or the virus attack their machine, they can you can be in legal trouble. You can be
the program can be in legal trouble.
Yes, because maybe maybe someone uploads an APK and it includes like malicious data. Maybe the code inside code, it collects user information and sends it back. You don't know. So that's why it's very hard to install in Apple iPhone third-party software. Actually, it's very hard. They don't allow because of these reasons. It's much easier in Android, but still they will continuously give you a message that we don't know him. We don't know him. We don't know him.
Yes.
So it's not advisable to install any software you don't know. Download it from Google App Store or Play Store, because one thing is they check manually each application submitted to them and then they release. And second is it is digitally signed, so it's coming from them. So digital signature ensures that the item is coming from a particular person. This is the reason of why we use digital signature.
Yes.
So Google says that, okay, give it to us, we will sign it for you, we'll make sure it's from us. So these are some of the reasons why we should go through them. But otherwise, you can put it in a website, people can download and install, no problem.
Okay.
like for example, those software published under GNU license, open source. So they have legal terms. It's written there. What will happen if something happens? It's written there. Like who is responsible for what. So if you upload your app, or if you download an app for Google Play Store or iOS, they have a list of legal terms. Like if there is an issue, who is responsible, who is not. So many things. So it's so we should be careful. Anyway, let's go back to what we were doing. So we added a bottom navigation bar, but it doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't do anything. So what can we do to make it activable? So the thing is, when you click cart, this is the default selection color. If something is selected, it will have the color. So if we select cart, it should be selected, right? If you select account, it should be selected. So how can we do it? Okay, so let's go to bottom navigation bar and bring your cursor over it, and you can see here that it has something called there is actually, you need to use several of them. So you have to use current index, on tap, and yeah, current index and on tap, it should be enough. Okay, so our idea is current index. Current index is the value which will tell Flutter that which item is currently selected. So if you give him 1, see here, the cart is selected. If you give him 2, account is selected. If you give him 0, home is selected. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So we want to give this index dynamically, right? So if you click cart, this value should be automatically 1. If you click account, this value should be automatically 2. If you give him 3, there will be an exception. There will be exception because we only have 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So you need to be careful. Okay. Now how can we give him dynamically? So the only solution is to give him through a variable. So let's say my bar index. So I give him a variable int. So we define an int, and the initial value is 0. Okay, so it's 0, or if you initialize with 1, it will start with, you need to hot restart. So it starts with 1. So let's keep it 0. Normally we keep it 0. Okay. Now the thing is, when you click, we need to change the index. So to do it, there is something called a callback function, which is on tap, right? On tap. There is any other function? Let's see. There is any other function? No. There is only function called on tap. So on tap will call a function, and it will take an int as an input. What is this int? Actually, this int is the index of the item you clicked. So we take int index and we call this function, and this index will be the item you clicked. So let's print it. So let's look at this. See, 0. When you click, it says 0. When you click cart, you get 1. When you click account, you get 2. Cart gives you 1. See here, if you click home, it gives you 0. Okay, so this is the on tap function. So what should we do? We just update our my bar index with the index clicked. Very good. So we get it. Now if you run it, refresh it. Oh, why it is not changing?
Just one question.
Yes.
Why haven't we used safe area here?
Oh, safe area here is to avoid overlap with these buttons or with this system level, what it says, UI.
So no need.
No, it's better to use safe area. Otherwise, it might go too down, and it may overlap with this UI component, which is coming from the phone, not part of
Yes.
our UI. So safe area is good to use. Safe area is good to use. Okay, quick question before we take the break for salat. Like, I changed based on tap, I changed the bar index, but why the cart is not getting the color? Who can tell?
Maybe you didn't refresh the code.
Refresh the code? No, the app should refresh it, right? I am clicking it.
Let's reload. How to reload? I think.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no, not with hot reload. I am running the app. I'm clicking on the card, and it's calling the function, right? So see here, it's calling 0. It's calling 0, but why the color is not moving? It's calling 2. Why the color is not moving? Card 1, okay, it's already green. Why the green is not coming here? What is missing? Hmm? What is missing here?
Last of line, end of line.
End of line here? No, not end of line. The missing is after you change this my bar index to the clicked index, you need to call Flutter or ask Flutter to redraw the screen. If you don't tell him, he will not redraw. Yes, you are changing the my bar item, my bar index, but this my bar index, you using the new value, you need to redraw the navigation bar. So you can call a set state, and now look, you have a bottom navigation bar. Do you get the point?
We used this before, right? Set state.
Yes, yes, we used last week couple of times. Yes, set state. Set state is the most fundamental state management function to ask Flutter to redraw. Remember, the concept of Flutter is every time you need to redraw the screen because something on the screen should be changed, then you have to call set state. This is the easiest way. There are more state management way. Inshallah, in the next week, towards the end of this course, we will quickly discuss, because that's actually a more advanced topic. How to refresh the screen more efficiently, how to save the state, how to separate your UI with the code. That's like a more advanced topic, so we will discuss inshallah later. So here is how you implement a bottom navigation bar. Now the question is, based on the bottom navigation option, like which item has been clicked, you need to change the content, right? You need to change the content. How can we change the content? So if you click home, it shows suppose this thing. If you show card, you show him a card or support something like this. If you show him account, click account, it should show a sort of account information here. So how can we do that? How can we do that? So to do that, you need to go back to this body. Remember, this is our interface, right? Here we draw the interface. We draw the interface here, the body. So if whatever you are clicking, Flutter is taking the body from this code. So what you have to do is, you can do it in not necessarily exactly the same way, but one of the, you can say, more natural way or intuitive way is to ask that based on your navigation index, you will change your body. You will change your body. For example, suppose we remove this and say get app UI. So we say get app UI and say return this. Oh, I forgot the underscore. So now it doesn't change anything because it's returning the same thing. I just moved the code to a function. Let's take a break now. After the break, inshallah, I will show you how with the click you can show different screens. Every time we click on different icons, we will see different screen. So let's take the break now, inshallah. After the salat, we will come back, inshallah.